recipe. Today I am bringing you guys a super sweet and popular treat, red velvet cake. When I used to have my bakery, these were the most popular selling items. So let's get started, but before we do anything, we're going to warm our milk up in the microwave. What do you think of red velvet cake, Scott?
Delicious. But you can't have red velvet without the cream cheese frosting.
And I will be bringing that to you guys next. You will never have cream cheese frosting as good as mine. So what we're going to do, guys, what is really great about this, you can do it all in a mixer or by hand, and everything is one pot, okay? So we have sugar, we have flour, we have baking soda and salt, and of course, guys, all these measurements will be on the bottom, okay, for you. So what we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and sift it, guys, because you don't want any lumps or bumps in your cupcakes. So Scott and I went shopping yesterday, and I was thinking, man, I would love some red velvet cupcakes. And you look in the store at what other people make, and I have to tell you, they're horrible. And especially when they say non-dairy, you know it's not real cream cheese frosting. And you know what I think I did? And I made a boo-boo. Yes, I did. I made this too hot. So that means I'm gonna have to do it again. Okay. I have in here 1 cup buttermilk. I knew 1 minute was too long. So we're gonna go ahead and put the buttermilk in here. 1 cup. Now, we're only going to do it for 30 seconds this time. This is a very important step when you're making this. So let's go ahead. You guys want to just very quickly mix everything around just to make sure, you know, it's all even.
Can you move the buttermilk, please?
Oh, I'm so sorry, yes. So we're just going to mix this around very quickly. Okay. Now, this is a very important step, guys. I'll tell you why. Cocoa powder. Here. When it sits dormant in a container, the cocoa butters and everything sort of go to sleep. So what you do is you take your cocoa or powder, you're going to put it in here, and when you warm your cocoa powder up, when you go ahead and warm it up, it wakes up the coconut, it wakes up the oils in your coconut, and it intensifies the flavors way, way more. So, all our dry ingredients are in here. Now, this is the easy part. This is all we're gonna have to do is add the wet ingredients. So, we have 1 cup of buttermilk with your cocoa powder. Now, you don't have to do that.
If you lower your bowl, it'll be easier to put stuff in.
You don't have to do that, but I think it just tastes nicer. And then you have 1 cup of oil. Now, I can see it's dirty, but that's okay. It's all going to the same place. So you have your oil here. You put that in there as well. I guess it's so simple, like 1 bowl. And then you have your apple cider vinegar, which is 1 teaspoon. I'm just going to approximate. The buttermilk and the vinegar is a wonderful flavor. It gives it a little itty bitty bit of a tang. So then, 2 eggs. I mean, this is so easy, guys. Like 1 bowl. Like, it's that easy. Now, vanilla, I always have to have vanilla, is your favorite, Scott, the red velvet cupcakes or the cream cheese frosting?
Cream cheese frosting.
That's what I thought. Okay, let's just give this a quick stir. Give this a little mix. Okay, we're giving it a mix. See how everything's mixing up nicely? We're going to stop it and just give it a quick mix around, just, you know, so there's no gunkies on the bottom. Now, what makes this also red velvet? Red food coloring. Now, guys, if take this off. If you use like a water-based vanilla or a red food coloring, the liquid kind, it can change the consistency of your batter. So I recommend, and you can get this at Walmart, guys. It's called Icing Color, and this is a paste. And you can see, I'll show it, like I don't know if you can see it. Actually, I think I'll use a spoon because it might come out easier. You can kind of see how beautiful, like it's like a jelly. It's really a paste. So you put this in here, and we're going to give it a mix around, and you'll see how it turns red. Whew. It's getting there. Oh my! That is a nice color. I think let's do a little more, because this is a no taste. So you don't have to worry, guys, about adding too much red, because there is absolutely no flavor to this food coloring. None. Oh, it looks beautiful. All right, Scotty, I know it's going to muck up your camera, but come look at this beautiful red coloring. Oh, look at that. Isn't that delicious, guys? And give it one more quick stir, and you guys are all done. Like, that was like so easy. One more stir around. Here we go. Helps if I lift the bowl, doesn't it? So there we go. Okay. I used to make these a lot when I had my bakery. A lot. I went through tons of this. I think people really like red velvet because I think for them, it was a cream cheese frosting. I think that's why people like it so much. But cream cheese frosting has a beautiful flavor with the buttermilk and the vinegar. That leaves a a nice flavor, a bit of a tang is what you really get. So, preheat your oven, guys, to 350. Move this out of the way. We're going to use, I use a scoop. Is this a scoop I use? Or is it the small, the
blue one, I think.
The blue? You can scoop this in with a spoon. You can use ice cream scoop. I like the consistency of a scoop. What we're gonna do is, you're gonna fill them 3/4 full. And you're gonna bake these, I'm gonna say 30 minutes. But every oven is different, guys. So, you know, you want to cook them just until the toothpick comes out nice and clean. So, as I was saying about the cream cheese frosting, one of the things that you will learn when I teach you how to make the cream cheese frosting, everything is about, what is it, Scotty? What's the importance of making a good cream cheese frosting?
Beating it properly?
Yes, mixing. Now remember, with your batter, you can always over mix with your cupcakes too. You just want to mix just for like maybe a minute or so, not very long, because what happens is if you mix too much, all your flour turns to gluten like a bread, and you don't want your cupcakes to taste like a bread. So you just want to mix them just until they're incorporated. That's all, just until they're incorporated. So we have this done. Now what we're going to do is, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to throw these in the oven. 20 minutes, we'll see. But what I'll do is, I'll set my timer, 15 minutes, and then I will show you guys when this is done, and then I will take you guys to teach you guys how to do the cream cheese frosting. All right. Remember we made these beautiful red velvet cakes? Now, remember I told you, we are now going to make cream cheese frosting. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 stick of cream cheese. I know most people think it's butter, but it's not. It's actually margarine. Do you know why we use margarine, honey? Because you're the one that came up with this recipe.
No, I just know it seems to give a better texture than the butter did.
Okay, so we're going to put this on here. We're going to mix this.
And those should be softened.
Yes, right. Make sure your butter is soft to the touch, not oily. Make sure your cream cheese is touched the soft. And we're gonna put it on here and we're gonna mix this on number 2 on my machine, the KitchenAid, for 6 minutes.
This will be low.
Is that number 2? I can't see. That is this is number 2 here. So let's go ahead, mix this for 6 minutes. When we come back, I'll show you what we're gonna do next. Okay guys, we mixed this 6 minutes. Now, I want to make a note. This is important. You can see how beautiful and white everything is and how it's increased in volume. Now, we're going to take the whisk off.
Paddle.
Thank you. And we're going to add the whisk. Why do we add the whisk, Scotty?
Well, the paddle helps to cream it nicely, and now the paddle will help incorporate air in it, make it nice and fluffy.
Right, so what we're going to do is, this is going to go on number 6, and we're going to beat this for 10 minutes on number 6. All right, here we go. Okay guys, we've done mixing it for 10 minutes. Now, what we're going to do now is add half of the powdered sugar, okay? And we're going to mix it on 2 for just a minute. But, actually before I forget, make sure you scrape down your bowl because you're using the whisk. Just make sure to scrape down your bowl before you start mixing. Definitely looking whippy. Very. Alright. Okay, so we're going to add the rest of our powdered sugar. Before we do that, let's give her a little mix. And then we can add the rest of the powdered sugar. Okay. Oh, powdered sugar gets everywhere. Okay, let's give it a mix for, oh, it helps if I lift it. Give it a mix for a second, and then we're going to scrape it down again. Oh, this looks so good. Okay, it's incorporated. Now let's just give the bowl a scrape down again. I know it takes a little bit of work, guys, but it's really worth it. And who doesn't love cream cheese frosting, right? Okay. Next, we're going to add our vanilla. Now, I'm using lemon juice, but you can use fresh lemons if you want, if you have them. You can just use the real 100% lemon juice that you have. It doesn't matter. So, go ahead, add our vanilla. And then we're going to go ahead and add our lemon juice. The lemon juice adds a very nice flavor to it. Okay. And then we're just going to actually give it one more stir, or one more scrape, I should say. And then we're just going to let this go for another minute. This looks and smells so delicious, guys. When this is done, we're going to go ahead and we are going to add them to our red velvet cupcake. One more step. Oh, this looks so good. All right, guys, let me show you what this looks like. I'm coming. Oh, well, my hands are dirty. No one's eating it but us. You see how light and airy this is, guys?
Creamy.
And creamy. Yes, it's delicious. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go ahead and just add it on. I'm not going to bother using a piping bag or anything like that. I'm just going to directly put them on top of our cupcakes. So we have the red velvet cupcakes here. I'm just going to take a spoon and I'm just going, I mean, you can just see how smooth and creamy this is. And just, woo! Okay, that's a little too much, but that's a little too much. But you can just sort of see, I mean, I'm definitely not a decorator by any means. But
That's
yeah,
definitely too much.
Huh?
Definitely too much.
Yeah. But just put a little on. That's much better. Just put a little on. You have the idea. Okay, this one really is a little too much. There we go.
That'll be our sampler.
Yes. So, you guys have seen how we make this. The cream cheese frosting is all made. Your red velvet cupcakes are made. So go ahead, guys. Try the recipe. Leave comments. Subscribe to Robin's Rockin' Recipes. And I'll come at you again with another recipe sometime.